Hi, I'm Omar Yusuf, the CEO of the Right Event Limited and one of the pioneers of GEFIT Movement, and of course, your host for the GEFIT Movement discussion. For those that does not know what the GEFIT Movement is all about, GEFIT is the acronym for the Great Event Fashion Industrial Transformation. Yes, the movement with the mission to standardize, professionalize, promote, and properly monetize the event and fashion industry and other industries to create more alternative sustainable jobs for Nigerian youth and impact more lives and liberate Nigerians from the four fundamental over-dependency canker that has eaten deep into the flesh of Nigeria's economy, creating wounds of unemployment everywhere. These are true independence, creating the team we desire. Now, the GEFIT Movement discussion is strategically designed to be very interesting and super engaging. So much that if care is not taken, we'll be so much engrossed in discussing what GEFIT Movement is only about without we talking about what GEFIT Movement is not about. And that is my greatest fear, because if care is also not taken, dubious people will go about misleading people on what GEFIT Movement is not about. So before that happens, let us make ourselves clear. The Great Event Fashion Industrial Transformation Movement, that's GEFIT Movement, is not to encourage luxurious spending on events or fashion. More so, we are not in favor of people borrowing excessively for events and fashion, which will later land them in huge debt. Yes, cut your coat according to your size. Of course, it is our work to celebrate to those who are celebrating and mourn with those who are mourning. So it is okay with us if you want to pay your last respect to a deceased in a grand style. However, we encourage the celebration of the living more than the dead. In respect to the fashion industry, our mission is not to promote promiscuous dressing, as many misconstrue it to be fashion. So while our emphasis will be on trending fashion, we will make every effort to ensure that our culture is not overlooked. No, don't bring yourself up because you want to celebrate or look fashionable. In fact, the main reason why we promote vendors free is to connect clients free with specialists in the event and fashion industry who will ease the stress associated with the event in Nigeria. So visit our website now and let's connect you with the best event and fashion vendors and celebrate with ease. These are true independence, creating the change we desire. Please wait, I wanted to tell you this all this while. This great event fashion industrial transformation movement, that's GEFIT Movement, does not have any political affiliation, and we don't want to have one. However, any well-thought politician or political party which have the welfare of Nigerian youth at heart can decide to support this great movement, and it will be well appreciated. But be rest assured, your support by no means turns to one of your political instruments you can use to bully your opponent, because this movement is not to point accusing finger at any person or group of persons, except they are found implementing wrong economic policies. More so, we are not into this movement to waste our time discussing mere events like election. No, we are here to discuss ideas that will bring about the growth of our dear nation, Nigeria, and see to the well-being of her citizens. That is all, and nothing else. As affirmed by Eleanor Roosevelt, great mind discuss ideas, average mind discuss events, small mind discuss people. Join this great movement and let's discuss ideas that can help us create the change we desire. These are true independence, creating the change we desire. Do you know that Nigeria has over 37.07 million micro, small and medium scale enterprises, MSMEs, which account for more than 84% of the total jobs in the country, as well as about 48.5% of the gross domestic product, GDP, and that is all that matters most, the impact on the economy, not the size of the business. So it is okay if you think the business opportunities in the event and fashion industry are niches and cannot be scaled. Precisely, GEFIT Movement is also not trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. But our focus is to strengthen the niche, to become strong as a niche could ever be, leveraging on the strength of the internet, the hallmark of the third industrial revolution. Just as Chris Anderson, the creator of the famous TED Talk and the author of the book The Long Tail, How the Future of Business is Selling Less of More, rightly quoted. Up until now, the focus has been on dozens of markets of millions, instead of millions of markets of dozens. It is high time we focus on the millions of niche markets, although we create dozens of jobs, but have greater impact on the economy. Moreover, who knows, what person will have the luck of turning one of these things into a multi-billion industry? Don't forget that the taxi industry was ever a niche until Uber and Lyft revolutionized it with the help of the internet. The same tool we are implementing. These are true independence, creating the change we desire. Now let me ask you this simple question. Why does a heavy strike of a hammer on a balloon hardly burst it? But a simple pinch of a pin easily bursts it. And of course, both of them are made of hard materials, that's metal. And the force behind the hammer is more than the force of the pin. So now tell me, why did the pin break through easily? But before I tell you why, let me quickly make mention to you that The Great Event Fashion Industrial Transformation Movement, that's GEFIT Movement, is not only about the event and fashion industry. Generally speaking, this is a movement with the aim to standardize, professionalize, promote, and properly monetize every sector of Nigeria's economy to create more alternative, sustainable jobs for Nigerian youth and impact more lives. However, wisdom requires that we focus our effort at the point, that's the event and fashion industry, and multiply our success to other sectors later. That is the secret behind why the tip of the pin was able to break through the balloon. Focus. A less concentrated force can achieve much more than what a mighty scattered force can achieve. These are true independence, creating the change we desire. Before the telephone noise goes about misinterpreting us, please let me state our position clearly and read my lips. Nigerians must reduce their over-dependency, not abandon completely. Yes, we must reduce our dependency on the certificate-based schooling system. We must reduce our dependency on the government for jobs and that excessive socialism ideology. We must reduce our dependency on crude oil as our almost only source of revenue. Yes, we must cut our expectations on our political representatives, and they too must reduce their over-dependency on foreign aid and loan. Before they go about stigmatizing us as extremists, please help us remind them that the only thing constant in life is change. If they like, let them quote me wherever they say that. Nigerians will by no means heal the wounds of unemployment everywhere in this country until we are able to emancipate our minds and liberate ourselves from this four fundamental over-dependency cattle that has eaten deep into the flesh of Nigeria's economy, creating wounds of unemployment everywhere. These are true independence, creating the change we desire. I believe you now get us clearly. So when you hear people go about say all kind of things about GEFIT movement, which GEFIT movement is not about, please help us make it clear to them that GEFIT movement is not to encourage people borrowing excessively to spend luxuriously on events and fashion. No, GEFIT movement does not have any political affiliation and we don't want to have one. No, GEFIT movement is not to point accusing finger at any person or group of persons or discuss mere events. No, GEFIT movement is not to make a mountain industry out of a molehill event and fashion niche industry. No, GEFIT movement is not only about the event and fashion industry. No, GEFIT movement is not to preach a complete abandonment of our schooling system, government jobs, crude oil, political representative, foreign aid, and loans where necessary. No. In our subsequent discussions, we share with you what GEFIT movement is actually about. So click on the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out in any way. And hey, do well to invite friends to join this great movement. And if you have any questions, inquiries, or any ideas to contribute to this great movement, just write them down in the comment section below and let's discuss further to create the change we desire. These are true independence, creating the change we desire. Also, if you have any event, just contact us and let's connect you with the best event and fashion vendors anywhere in Nigeria free. And if you're an event or fashion vendor and you want to get featured free on our platform in order to get more clients, to create more value for them and make more money in your specialized marketplace, don't hesitate to contact us and let's connect you free. Yes, I mean completely free. At this juncture, I want to use this opportunity to thank you for staying to the end of this discussion and also to appreciate all our sponsors, donors, investors, the government, and anyone who is supporting us to make this great movement possible. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless the event and fashion industry. God bless Nigeria. This is our true independence, creating the change we desire. Please support.